Hey everybody over at Movies.com, it's the Schmoes Know Movie Show. I'm Kristian.
And I am Mark. Kristian, this weekend in theaters, challenging the god known as Thor at the box office is The Best Man Holiday.
And this is a sequel to The Best Man Wedding. So what we were going to do is, we started thinking about it, like it's The Best Man, it's his holiday.
Yeah.
Why not do one about weddings? Because we never really got to, this was so long ago this movie came out in 99, we didn't get to do a movie relating to that.
Yo, you're really upset we didn't get to talk about weddings yet on this show. Well, here we go, kids. This is going to be the top 5 wedding films in the history of cinema.
And I've been there before. He has not. Well, he was at mine, if he remembers.
I was told I had a good time at the ceremony. So what we're going to do, these are actually wedding films, not just films that contain a wedding, because there's a lot of good ones like The Graduate, The Sound of Music that have great wedding scenes. These whole movies are about a wedding. So, Kristian, at number 5, this proves this was the hardest. This list was like choosing groomsmen and bridesmaids.
Yeah, that was tough.
And so at number 5, we thought, okay, it could be 4 Weddings and a Funeral. It could be The Wedding Singer, but we went with Wedding Crashers at number 5 because out of all those movies, The Wedding Crashers has the most actual footage of weddings.
That's right, it has a montage.
You don't mess with a montage.
No, right in the beginning, a montage and a shout playing in the beginning, so you win. Wedding Crashers is absolutely a wedding movie because it incites this lie incites the ultimate falling in love of Owen Wilson and Rachel McAdams, who everybody falls in love with in movies, as well as Vince Vaughn falling in love with Ela Fisher. And it's a very interesting, fun movie.
Call me Kitty Cat. All right, Kristian, so who do we have at number 4?
Number 4 is a movie that's pretty recent, and that would be Bridesmaids. Now, when this movie came out, I am on record saying when I saw the trailer, I'm not going to like it. It's just going to be a girl movie about these girls getting ready for the wedding and no one's going to care. And it turns out to be one of the funnier movies I've seen in a very long time. And it is about leading up to a wedding, but hilarity ensues.
I think it was kind of pitched initially as the female version of number 5 on our list, The Wedding Crashers, and why I would rank it above Wedding Crashers is it's just funnier. It is one of the funniest movies that I've seen in a long time. It was Melissa McCarthy's breakout as far as being in film goes. Yeah. Everybody was so funny in that. And again, it's leading up to a wedding. It's all these girls that are kind of competing for attention during this wedding. So it totally fits on this list.
All right, so then what do we got at number 3?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Remember that?
No, I didn't know you were Greek.
No, not My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I'm still very single. But when that movie came out, it was a monster. It was an independent film, and everybody loved talking about it because it's just this little movie that just kept going, and then it became one of the best wedding movies ever.
It's crazy too because it really people in the Greek culture absolutely say that how it resonated with them because it reminded them how these big families kind of come along and they embrace the wedding and this guy was not Greek and the way that they eventually embraced him and the culture of it all. It was a mega monster hit.
That's off to Nia Vardalos who did it, and then they had the Big Fat something else and it wasn't as big or fat at the box office.
All right, then number 2 would be one of the more recognized romantic comedies of all time, and that's My Best Friend's Wedding. Julia Roberts, Dermot Mulroney, and Cameron Diaz, a young Cameron Diaz.
More recognized by you. When we were talking about this list, that was the one he was fighting for. We always get in these dogfights about what needs to be on the list, and he was really fighting.
How do you not put My Best Friend's Wedding in there? Because again, it's one of Julia Roberts' better movies, and the thing is too, like it's a romantic comedy you think of right away because it's the story of this woman who never really looked at her best friend in that way before, and then something sparks in her again. They had a thing once, but then, oh wait, this is my guy, because why? She finds out he's getting married. So she goes there to sabotage the whole wedding. The whole story is her trying to sabotage this thing and the thing that happens, and then the relationship she has with the friend, you gotta watch it.
I get all that. It's a very well done film. I just don't know why you like it better than The Empire Strikes Back. That was weird when you told me that right before we started rolling. So
Yoda is not, well, he was in the deleted scenes. Number 1, what do you have number 1 of all time?
We're going to cheat a little bit because it's 2 movies with the same title. It started out in 1950 and then it came back in the early 90s. That is Father of the Bride, most recently starring Steve Martin.
That's the one, I've never seen the 1950 version, but the one I always remember is the Steve Martin one. And it is, again, now, of course, for myself, being a father, he remembers there was a little girl, and next thing you know, he's getting married, and he's in charge of the wedding. He's got to help his wife, and it's like, it is something that I'm dreading, and my daughter's too.
It's a fun thing to see because he's starting to go mad just with all these wedding things that you don't know that you're going to have to prepare for. It's like, wait, how come there's a different amount of hot dogs than hot dog buns? All these little tiny things that add up into driving a father mad, and it ends up, it's a very nice, happy wedding. Martin Short with a great sidekick appearance, so it's a really fun movie, and that's one of those ones where you can truly say it's for all ages.
There are so many wedding movies out there, and I'm sure we missed a bunch on your list. So why don't you go ahead and comment and tell us what movies we should have included that you would have liked to see on this list.
Honorable mention, how about one of your favorite movies of all time you obviously don't love as much as The Best Friend Wedding, The Princess Bride, because that's kind of, there's a really funny wedding scene in that. Muriel's Wedding, 1994, another indie.
The Graduate.
Oh, yeah, the banging on the glass, or Wayne's World 2, when it lampooned The Graduate.
I mean, The Hangover leads up to Wayne. There's a ton of movies out there that could be considered wedding movies. So again, comment, let us know. Thanks for checking out. Make sure you check out My Best Friend's Holiday.
It's my best friend, it's the best man holiday.
Whatever.
It's close enough because you like him so much, they're like your BFFs.
I got the best friend on my mind, Julia. So that's it for the Schmoes No Movie Show. I'm Kristian.
And I am Mark. We'll see you guys next week on movies.com.
Enjoy your Christmas.